Hello everyone, my name is Snezana Spasojevic and I am Senior SEO Specialist for TX Markets, or the marketing department of the TX Markets. In today's presentation, I'm going to talk in general about some SEO techniques that you can use to boost your ASO, or what are the SEO techniques that App Store optimization can learn from, and what are the techniques that a App Store optimization can benefit from. But first of all, for those of you who don't know, and I really doubt that there are a lot of you, ASO is the App Store optimization, or the process of improving app presence or visibility within the App Store by increasing its conversion rates. So the two of the major app stores that we have today are the Android one, or the Google Play Store, and the iOS one, or the Apple App Store. So why is ASO actually important, and why are we here talking about SEO, ASO? What does it all mean? So according to some research, nearly 90% of mobile internet time is spent in apps, which means that a regular user will spend about 90% of its time on mobile device that he's spending by using the apps. There are currently more than 2.5 million apps available in Google Play Store and 4.4 million apps available in the Apple App Store. Regarding the apps that are downloaded, there is some research done in that field saying that consumers downloaded about 204 billion apps in 2019. And this number doesn't seem to stop. We had a very well-known pandemic situation in 2020, and I really doubt that most of you spend time outdoors or hanging out in quarantine with your loved ones. Probably yes, but let's be honest, we really use a lot of apps and spend a lot of time on our mobile phones. So what does this actually mean? Well, two things. The opportunity is really big. And by that, we mean that if you're into some kind of digital business, you really want to consider building an app if you haven't already. The second thing is the opportunity is big. Again, and I repeat that because it means that you're probably not the first one that came up with an app or building an app for the specific business. So it means that once you have your app, or you already have it, you have to be ready to face some fierce competitors. When we say the future is mobile, and I know everybody that is in the digital marketing business hears or reads this sentence every single day, but what does this actually mean, like in money? It actually means that mobile apps are projected to hit $581.9 billion in revenue in 2020. But when you look at this graph, you will see that the numbers are constantly rising, and in 2023, the numbers are actually hitting the number of $935.2 billion. So if that's not a business opportunity, we really don't know what is. However, back to the topic of this presentation. App Store ranking factors for App Store and Google Play Store are a little bit different, but mostly the same. And some of the App Store rankings are the constant object of a lot of discussions and a lot of researches, a lot of white papers, a lot of articles that you can read. Mostly they come down to apps title, subtitle, short or full description, keywords used, in-app purchases, reviews, ratings, how regularly the app is updated, how many times it has been downloaded, what are the metrics, and how the app is performing. Do you maybe see some similarities well, all of these factors are actually the factors that we are looking into when building a website. In fact, if you look at these images, you can see that on the right side, you have something that we can probably call a product listing page. There is a listing of all the apps in the App Store, and on the left side, you can see what we can call in a website or in the SEO, the PDP or product detail page. So this is a page with all the app details that you have and all the necessary information that you can get that will lead you hopefully to download the app. Now, the factors. The factors are multiple. These are just some of the factors that are most commonly shown and read about online. This doesn't mean that these are all the factors, but these factors are actually very interesting because me as an SEO, when I look at these factors, I just think about my daily work. And I do go after and research the keywords. I do image optimization. I do test a lot. I do optimize a lot. I take care of the localization, the backlinks, the optimizing ratings and reviews. It really is very similar to what we basically do. But the question is how SEO can help you in the ASO. Well, for most of these factors, there are a few common ones, and the ones that we have very, very well known into, and we have an extent research about them. So SEO can help you optimize keywords. SEO can help you do the competitors analysis. SEO can help you about the localization. And SEO can also, which is quite surprisingly, but it can help you identify and track the KPIs or key performance indicators for your app. How does SEO do that actually? Going for the first one of the factors, which is keywords. And I know we always say, no, SEO doesn't come down to just keywords, you know, it's so much more complex than that. And that's true. But actually, if you look at the ASO as the little brother of SEO, then you might want to pay attention to keywords. And in SEO, we have a lot of experience with keywords. I mean, that has been changing nonstop. So from going from the exact match and using just broad, the most search ones, the exact keywords, we are now actually doing something that is called looking for the searcher's intent. So looking at the keywords and thinking about what the users are actually wanting to do with these keywords. Do they want to buy something? Do they want to read more about something? Do they just want to find out some information? Do they want to download something regarding these keywords? So we're getting more and more precise in the keyword search, and the semantic search actually helps us in this. The Google's algorithm has evolved so much. So now we actually have a set of very specific tools that give us a lot of information both for desktop and mobile searches, and a lot of data with which we can find the right keywords. We can assess their potential. We can, of course, but that's just experience, know where to use them, and also track their impact. So you don't just want to go for a very broad and general keyword. You want to think about what you have to offer to the customer, what the customer would type in, and how the customer would find the product that you're offering, and then think about that keyword potential and then optimize for them. SEO is very well qualified in this field. Moving on to competitors. So why SEO here? I mean, you go into the App Store, Google Play Store, and you basically see all of the competitors. Why do you need SEO? Well, the SEO actually, besides finding the organic competitors, because chances are your organic competitors are also going to be developing and using the app. So you're not going to be the only one building and using the app in that sense. SEO can also help you analyze the metadata and find the most important elements in your competitor's listing, in the App Store and Google Play Store. But SEO can also help you identify the market opportunities. So let's say you really want to build an app, but you don't know in which field. You kind of have an idea about the niche, but you're not really sure. So by doing the competitive analysis of a market that is well existing in desktop and mobile internet search, SEO can give you some clue about whether or not to venture into that field. And speaking about the market, we must not forget the beauty of localization. So what is the localization SEO way? Well, this means that we can, with the localization, we can enhance apps' potential and reach by, of course, introducing it to the new market. When we make our app available for the new users and the new market, we have to make it available in their native language. And if we want to expand our brand awareness and broadening the audience for our app, the native language is a must. However, it has to be also very appealing for a specific geo market. So this means that just simply translating your app won't do the work. You cannot just hire you can and you have to just hire the translators to translate everything that you have, just like you would do with a website. But what SEO actually does in the localization thing is that we do the research, the specific research for every single language and market, and we pinpoint the specifics of every geo market there is. So that is something that ASO strategists can also go for and learn from the SEO. And finally, the KPIs, or key performance indicators. So listen, this is a huge, huge thing, and SEO is not very good at defining all the KPIs, but it's very simple, and the businesses, if you're just if you're just focused in the organic field, the main KPIs will most probably be for the SEO, how to get noticed, what are the rankings, what is the traffic that you're driving to the website, the number of conversions, the visibility in the market, or the market share. So with SEO, you can actually steal their KPI templates and cheat sheets and use it for the ASO. Why? Because we have identified KPIs. We can help. SEO can help benchmark against the competition. It can help you suggesting the necessary changes and track the process. So all of this has already been set up and well developed in the SEO universe. No need to go through some fancy app tracking tools or courses, researches. You just have everything basically done in one site. The thing is just to reach it and take it and use it. So finally, I would like just to tell you that it is absolutely possible and desirable to combine SEO to an ASO strategy. Not only because there are so many things that you can steal, let's say, from SEO, but also because sometimes users discover the apps through other means of the mobile internet, while browsing on the mobile, while looking at other websites, through ads, through suggestions of recommendations of some sort. So this means that you're grabbing also the part of the users that are not directly available to you through Google Play Store and App Store. And finally, as I already said, there is so much done in the field of the optimization in the SEO, search engine optimization. So the ASO strategists really don't need to go first and foremost to read just the ASO articles and white papers, PDFs, researches. They can go first on the SEO portals and talk to their SEO colleagues. It actually works best when it's combined. You know, knowledge sharing is the best option always, and I'm absolutely sure that there is a lot of potential on both sides, and that a lot of the ASO strategists can learn a lot from the SEO. Thank you guys very much.
Perfect timing, Snezana. We have one question though. I would like to congratulate, very interesting presentation. And the question comes from Etzel. I hope I spelled this name right. Okay, hi Snezana, do you know any tools for tracking visibility or ranking keywords on app stores?
Yes, there are a lot of tools. Actually, the most famous or used or popular ones are App Annie and App Tweak. So those are the two tools that you can connect to Google Play Console and Apple developers, or iTunes, yes, sorry. And then they get all the information. They show you also the keywords that you can be using. They show you the App Store presence, and they can do all the reportings for you.
Perfect. Thank you, Snezana. I hope this answered the question. Thank you very much for your attention and for your presentation.
Thank you. You've been a great moderator, and thanks everyone who have attended.